Hello everybody, welcome to today's class. If you can see me, if you can hear me, then please let me know in the chat and just say hi and tell me where you are watching from today. I'm watching from a very cold Johannesburg. So if I'm shivering at any point of the class, no, it's because I was not made for winter. So we're just going to give it a couple minutes while we wait for everybody to join. But oh, I see Alba's already in. She is early and on time, and she's going to be avoiding any tax or any payments due to Lolly. That's very exciting. Alba, I think you might have even beat Lolly today. That's very exciting. Hello, Cass. Nice to see you in today. Who else have we got joining? Mariah, I hope I said that correct. Caroline's in. Awesome stuff. We'll wait a couple more minutes, everybody. Jackie is in the building. Hey, Jackie, I hope you're good. Lesego has joined us today. How's it going? Happy to have you part of the live today. Michelle is asking, is it being recorded? Yes, Michelle, so all of the lives are available to watch again on YouTube. So you can just go to Cricut South Africa's YouTube page and you'll be able to find all the live classes. So even if there's something else that you missed out on, you're more than welcome to catch it up on another day. Raksha, hello, how's it going? Oh, Jackie said that there's no sound. Can anybody else not hear my sound? Please let me know. Sharneen is in and Judy. How's it going, everybody? Jackie, can you still not hear my sound? Or are we okay? Hello, Carol. Not hearing any negative feedback on the sound. Don't know, Jackie, if it might be your connection. Cass says she can hear me all good. So I am going to go ahead and get started, everybody. Before we start, I just want to do a big thank you to Cricut and Logitech. Without them, this class wouldn't be possible. So I'm really excited that we're able to bring these different classes to you, and you guys can really expand on your knowledge from beginners all the way up into intermediate projects. If there are any things that you need here today that you're not sure about or you're not sure where to get, the admins are in the comments. So if there's, for example, a mug or specific infusible ink color that you're looking for, you can ask them and I'm sure they'll be able to help you. Also, you can go and check out Cricut's secret sale. On the Cricut secret sale, you'll find things from machines to tools, materials, and mugs and blanks and a whole bunch of awesome stuff. I did see, the last time I checked, there was a mug, a bulk mug box thing, and that was, I think, 1,400 for 36 mugs, if I'm not mistaken, which is, I think, a really great deal. So what we're doing today is we're doing layered infusible ink mugs, like I've got displayed here. This is the one that I used in the advert, so it's got some bows and flowers and some pink, and that's what we're doing today. But I actually did two other designs. Let me put those to the side. So I did this one. I'm a dog mom, so I did really love this design. And then I did this with some cute leaves and flowers. I'm going to talk to you about how I went through the process of playing around with the layered infusible ink, how I typically do it depending on the design, some of the things that I came into that were maybe not so great, and things that I did wrong the first time round. I'm going to explain them to you and explain why that they worked that way. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and get designing. I'm going to open up my design space. So this is the design that I already had. that we're working with today, but I'm basically going to show you how I replicated it. When I was first playing around with this project, I was looking for something in this area of like layered and boho. So what I did was I went and I typed boho, I think I said tumbler design or mug design, tumbler design, there we go. And you'll see I didn't fully understand what I was looking for. Actually, I think I said mug. Did I say mug or tumbler or glass? No, I think I said tumbler. And I kind of hit a wall because I wasn't quite finding what I was looking for. So I was going for boho, but yeah, the things weren't really that great. So what I did was I went into advanced search and I went into a little bit of a rabbit hole. So instead of doing, we're going to go look for tumbler designs, layered tumbler designs. It was such a rabbit hole when I was looking for all these designs. Layered tumbler design. Okay. Design Space is not understanding what I'm saying today, but that's okay. I might have said glass. Daisy, boho mug design. No, I can't remember what I said. Anyway, needless to say, I didn't necessarily find exactly what I was looking for. And I just found that a lot of the designs, there were a lot of really cute bunny designs. Nadia, one of our awesome ambassadors, actually did one for Easter with bunnies on it. Was super cute, but nothing quite hit like I wanted it to. So I decided to sort of assemble a puzzle of my own. So where is my emulator shapes? There we go. So the first thing I did is I was creating a bit of a template with what I'm working with. Now this template that I'm cutting out now, I'm not going to be using. So a mug wrap is about 21 by 26 centimeters. You can either take a tape measure and you can measure your actual mug, or a small little cheat code. You can go into images and you can type in mug template. There we go. And you'll see that these come up. Make sure it is the right size, otherwise you'll be cutting a 15 Oz mug. I actually took out 15 Oz mugs for this class, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's not what I intended to use. I was going for the cute small mugs. Anyway, not important. So if you have this here, you can actually just ungroup, and we don't necessarily need this part because we're not cutting a full wrap mug. We're doing sort of more individualized things. So now I've got this and I can just delete it, and now I've got my mug template. So now we have our mug template ready to go. My mug is going to be white, so I'm going to make it white. There we go. So now it depends on what you want to do. I've designed this mug, and this is the mug that I'm going to make, but I'm going to show you how you can find nice inspiration for images like this. So we can type in now, I did flower line, line art. There we go. So there's some nice options, but be very careful, because if you find something too thin, you'll find that your lines are not staying on the Infusible Ink page. So if you're finding something very, very, very small, I'll show you the bow that I found when I was doing this project. The bow that I found was super, super tiny, and I actually had to recut everything. So you don't want to go too tiny and also too intricate. So like if you can see this bouquet of flowers here, that is a lot of weeding. And you can go for it if it's something you want to do, but it is, yeah, a bit of a hectic task. And if you haven't done too much mug work, I wouldn't recommend going for something too hectic. So here is the image that I found that I liked. But if we want to go for something a little bit different, something similar, we can do, oh, that one's quite nice. And this one's even quite nice. This one is nice and simple, and that is probably the best, especially considering we're doing so many and we're making them so small. So let's just add, I like this one. Oopsie. There we go. And we're going to make it smaller. Now we're just going to build the rest of our design. And I'm going to show you the bow that I found. So we're going to stick to line art, bow line art. Okay. The one that I found during the week. Oh, I think it was this one. So this one where it's actually the outline. And then this was a problem because it was actually just too thin. Like, let me show you what it looks like. So it looks great and all when it's big. And when I cut this with an iron-on or a vinyl, it's stunning. But if I'm making it super, super tiny, we're going to have a huge problem. So I deviated from that, and I actually just, instead of doing line art, I just said bow. Because you can find some nice bows that are like thin and dainty and girly, and that's what I did. I found some cute ones. This one's actually kind of an exact replica of the one that I found, except it's a bit, I mean, it's colored in. Yes, that is the right word. But there's some really cute bows. I think that's something Design Space is known for, is just really, really cute bows. I love that one. I'm gonna actually, while I'm here, add that to my bookmarks, because I think it's super cute. So for those of you who don't know, you can actually add images that you like to your bookmark section. So that means if you go back at a later stage, you'll be able to find these images a lot easier. Okay, so let's see. This one's cute. Let's add this one. We're gonna make it smaller. Okay, I'm happy with my bows. Don't stress too much about the colors at the moment. Then, oh, my mug press is ready to go, guys. Okay, so then what we're gonna do, we've added bows, flowers, sticking into a similar theme. I went to add a heart, and for this one I didn't type line art. Actually, I just typed hearts because I know some of the hearts already come with line art. I think this one is cute. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to add that. And then something that I saw when I was scrolling through Design Space and Pinterest is these cute little circles. They're just like boho little pattern circle things, and they just add something to your design. Boho dots. Let's say boho dots. Oh, boho is too cute. I actually love this boho rainbow, and I want to plaster it on a hoodie, especially now that it's winter time and I'm so cold. So I did not find the exact dots that I wanted. Actually, these are quite similar to what I was trying to achieve, but I want the more like not perfect circles. So you can see that none of them are exactly as this image here, because what I did was I took something similar to this. Okay, and I just feel like there's too many dots going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this little icon here, that's contour. What I love about contour is you can have a design that maybe there's some parts in it that you don't want, that you want to include or exclude, and then you can chop and change it. So I've pressed contour, and now I'm going to click on the dots that I don't want. So we're going to take off the ones on this side. No, yes, yeah, apply. There we go. And we can make them a bit smaller. There we go. Okay, so now I've got the basic elements of what I want from my design. Right now, it just looks like random things I've plopped on a page, because the random things I plopped on a page. And we might find as we start doing a design that we actually don't like certain elements and we want to chop and change, which is the fun part about designing. So here's my bow. We're going to change the bow to black because that's the colors that it's going to be. And you know what I'm finding? I feel like we've chosen biggish elements like the heart and the bow. I'm kind of feeling like this flower doesn't fit. So let's change it to something maybe a little bit thicker. What if we said boho line flower? Sticking with the boho vibes. Let's see. Let's do something like completely different from my design. This one's quite cute. Okay. Oh, made it tiny. There we go. That's different. I like that. Very cute. I try to keep up with the trends of what the kids do and say. I'm a teacher. And I really got into the cutesy thing. Like, it's so cutesy. And now that I'm into it, I don't think it's a thing anymore. I think I'm no longer cool. So, cutesy and all these funny things that the kids say. and 6/7 is, I don't think 6/7 is cool anymore, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I think we should keep cutesy. Maybe us older generation people should coin it and take it for ourselves. Maybe I'm in that alone, I don't know. Anyway, so we've got now our designs. I'm gonna now duplicate the things that I've put here. So we've got our dots there, we can duplicate those. I'm kind of going for a mirror-ish vibe, and I am just kind of like, I'm a bit random when it comes to these things. I know there's some people who are like meticulous and like, I want this X amount of centimeters away, and I am not. I am hope for the best, plunk things here, plunk things there, and we'll see how it goes. Yes? Yes. Okay, let's make this heart a little bit smaller and duplicate this one and duplicate that one. And we definitely need some more flowers. So what I'm doing here is I'm rotating it just so it looks like a little bit different. And then there's this option here to flip. There we go. That's nice. Oh, I'm actually really liking this the stemmed flower. It's quite different. Okay. Let's maybe add some dots here in the middle. Whoopsie. There we go. Maybe facing up. Yeah. There we go. I feel like my bows are a little bit too the same. Let's do that. So we add a flower here. Yes. Maybe we make this one lie down. Yes. Oh guys, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Okay, what else can we do here? Oh guys, I completely forgot about this heart. Let's add some of them. Whoopsie. I keep on clicking the wrong thing. I don't know if it's my MacBook, but sometimes, yeah, it just doesn't want to do what I ask of it. It's not interested in me anymore. Okay, add some more hearts. I think this would actually look nicer over here. Let's flip this one. Boop. There we go. And yeah. And shall we add another bow? Cool. Do we have enough dots? No, I think that's fine. Okay, so now I've added the sort of basic elements of what I want my design to look like, but now that layered effect that we're looking for, I'm not doing anything to my dots, but for all my other things, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say effects, and we're gonna say offset. I'm not gonna add a giant offset. We're gonna add, yeah, that should be enough, and we're gonna apply. So now we've got an offset. I'm using the colors from the Distressed Berry Infusible inks, so it's just different variations of pink. So let's see. There we go. So there is now my offset, but I'm not gonna want it to look like all neat and meticulous, as we've mentioned before. It's probably gonna be like a little bit like that. All right. The clever thing for me to have done was to add the offset first. Yes, but I'm in dreamland and just, you know, anyway, we are going to delete those flowers. We're going to remember where they are, and we're going to grab the flower and its offset. There we go. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting and giving everybody an offset for 500 years. Flip that one. There we go. Oh, deleted it by accident. Okay, then we're going to move this flower over here. Okay, and then we're going to make another one over here. Now, the beautiful thing about these flowers and these offsets is this is not their perfect position forever. It's going to change. Okay, now my bows, we're going to add an effect and an offset, and let's make this a different pink. And Where's my bow? Bow. There's my bow. I love bows. I actually wanted to wear a bow today and I forgot. My bad. Okay, anyway, there's my bows. And remember, we're going to delete these bows. Okay, here we go. Boop. And then let's flip this guy. Yeah, put him like that. And then put this one here. Shall we flip him as well? Yeah. And make him skew. And then add another one. Flip him just because, you know, we're in that kind of mood. It's a flipping party. Oh, that was very cringe. Okay. Anyway, now we're going to do the hearts. Offset. Apply. Now, we have run into something different here, people. This offset has created funny little holes. What in the world? Remember my little contour button? We're going to press the contour button and we're going to make these little holes disappear. Ta-da! Now it's just solid heart. Very cute. And we're going to make this a different kind of pink. And there we go. Delete our hearts. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, and we're going to duplicate. Now, maybe some of you are asking me, Sarah, why don't you just group these images? Well, my friends, I will be telling you in a minute. And if you weren't wondering that, well, now maybe you are. Okay, all right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to our black images. So you'll see them all here on the side. Everything that's black, we're going to select it. So all your flowers and your dots and your hearts, all your non-offsetted items. Okay, and we're going to go here to combine and we're going to go unite. Why are we doing that? Because we want the black all in the same place that we put it. Magic. And Sarah, why do the dots not get offsets? Because I didn't want to give them offsets, because I wanted them to be special. Okay, lovely. Now that is our design done. All right, I'm just having a moment. Give me a second. Boho line art cup. I think it was cup, guys. Cup design. Let me see if they're coming up now. No. No, okay, never mind. Don't worry about me. I was just having a blonde moment there. Okay, anyway, my design is done. It is ready and I am happy. And we are going to go ahead and make. It was actually quite easy to do. So I'm going to group this now. And I'm going to make it disappear. Because I have done a little cheat today, guys. I have already cut the black design. Because I'm a cheater. I'm joking. It took a very long time to cut when I made it up. And I was like, I don't think people want to hear me speak just random things for that long. So I cut it for you. I'm ahead of the game, everybody. Here is my design that I've cut. And I've started weeding the parts inside. So I thought it would be fun for us to finish weeding this together. So I don't like to weed Infusible ink with a weeding tool. I just find it's more fun to peel it out. I feel like I'm in control. So all I do is I peel it like this. There we go. Actually, you know what? I think the reason I got into the habit of peeling with my fingers, honestly, is because I keep on losing my weeding tools. And when I can't find my weeding tools, I just use my fingers. Even with like vinyl and iron-on. And it is not a fun experience. Don't get me wrong. It's a horrible experience when I'm weeding like vinyl. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be doing an order or a birthday present. It'll literally be like 5 o'clock. And I have to leave for the party at 6. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this person would love a custom mug for their birthday. I have to leave in an hour. But I'm like, no, I can do it. I can make the mug in that short period of time. Yeah, and then it's a stressful experience, and then all of a sudden I don't have tools and I don't have vinyl and I can't find anything and I don't know where I put my mugs, and yeah, so it's a very stressful experience. So maybe that's my truth. Maybe I'm not just the professional that I think I am. Okay, so that's the inside parts all out. Now we're gonna go for the outside parts. I'm hoping this part is fun. Like, and satisfying. Might not be. I feel like my face is in the way. Let's just move my face out the way. Where's my face? There it is. Let's just move her because you can't see me. Anyway, let's pull this off. Are we ready for this moment? Da, da, da. No. Okay. Wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. I'm joking. No, it's very exciting. I just mean it wasn't as fast and as satisfying. And like, you know, you watch TikTok videos of people weeding and they seem to do it so fast. But that's what editing software will do. You can just make it look faster. There we go. Do, 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 do. Sometimes I forget that I'm on this live. In that very moment I forgot that I was here and that you were all with me. Got a song stuck in my head. Don't listen to me. It's just the voices. Okay. Oh, Ryan says my nails are so pretty. Thank you so much. They have cats on them. My nail artist is, oh, she's too good. She's too good. This is a very intricate design, people. I hope you are engaged and ready to be with me for this experience. Ooh. Okay, while I'm taking forever to do this, why doesn't everybody in the comments tell me about the last mug that they made? I've been seeing some really beautiful mugs in the challenge, which has been so super cool. If you haven't done the challenge already, I'd really encourage you to get that infusible ink that you have storing in the back of the cupboard. I know it's beautiful and pretty and you don't want to use it, but just use it. Otherwise one day it's going to expire and it's never going to see the light of day, and then you're going to be sad. So get that infusible ink out, people. Yeah. Oh, here's me wishing I weeded this before the class and I didn't leave it for you guys, because it's not as fun as I thought it would be. Just making me stressed. Here we go. We're nearly there. We're nearly at the end. I'm just so scared about losing any details, so that is why I'm going so slow. Because if I go super fast and I lose a flower, I'll be very sad. There we go. Oh, Ryan said the last mug that he made came out weird. I'm so sorry to hear that, Ryan. But I hope that you learn a lot from this class. And that you can give it a go again. And I mean, I have made so many mistakes in my mug journey. And there was a time that I was like, mugs are dumb. And I never want to do them because they're so hard. But they're actually really fun and they really are worth it when they come out looking so beautiful. And I love nothing more than giving somebody a mug and being like, I made this for you. And they're like, what? They are so impressed with me. It's so exciting. Okay. If I am missing your comments, I am so sorry. I am like focused on this weeding experience and then trying to be like, hello, what's happening on the comments? Okay, I will clean that all later. Okay, now that I've done weeding, I'm going to do something unheard of. I'm joking, it's not unheard of. I'm going to be double baking today, and I know that is not generally the way to go, and I will put out a disclaimer if you double bake, it tends to make some colors lighter, but I'll explain the reasoning while this is baking and the other stuff is cutting, why I double baked. Okay, so I'm gonna put my mug on, my Cricut mug. I think that makes me so happy, is that they're branded and it feels, I don't know, feels cool. Okay, let's have a look. No, I think I put that a bit too, I put that a bit too high. It's all just a guessing game here, people. I do have one of those little cup holder thingies that, yeah, help you do stuff like that. But, you know, it's like, you know, I don't know if you guys have the same experience. As a crafter, you're always like, oh my gosh, I want to buy this thing. It's going to help me do stuff, whatever. And you buy it and then you lose it. But when you find it, it's like Christmas. I do that all the time. I'm always buying cool stuff. Okay, anyway, enough about my random rant, whatever. Here we go. Now, we want to make sure that our infusible ink is nice and tight on our mugs. Nice and tight. People normally use tape, and we are going to use tape, just not at the very moment. We don't necessarily need it right now. Okay, I am happy with that. There we go. Great, and I'm going to pop her into the mug press. There we go. Now let's get to cutting all the other bits and bobs. So we're going to say make. I'm using the Beautiful Joy Extra today, in case you did not already see. And then I did tell you I'm using Distressed Berry. Now Distressed Berry, it's all these pinks and like purpley kind of colors, very cute. And then I'll show you the packs that I used for the other mugs as well. So there's that design that I've already cut out. Then you'll see we've got this one with the hearts, this one with the flowers, and then this one with the bows. I am not going to be cutting it as per the pattern. I'm just cutting them in a row like this, and I'm going to explain to you shortly why. Okay, so we're using Infusible Ink. Oopsie. And you'll see these colors do not look the same as the ones on the mug, and I'm going to show you why. When we have infusible ink, we bake it, and then that color transfers, and then it gets brighter. So let's see if I'm going to remember correctly which colors which. I get confused because there's two pinks that are similar. Oh, this is the lightest pink, I think. So this is the color of the bow. So that's the color that it's going to become. Oh, I'm now seeing that you guys can't see what I'm seeing. That's very funny. There we go. My bad. So that and that is going to be the same color. But for right now, it's obviously looking all sad. Like the first time I opened Infusible Ink, I was like, that is such a depressing color. Why doesn't it look like it does in the box? Yeah. And then I learned. Okay, so we've got our first color. Oopsie, sorry. There we go. Our first color, we're going to go for this one. And we need about 8 centimeters of material. Perfect. Oh, I love it when it works out. And you can just cut off and make it straight. I normally use my trimmer, and I've got my trimmer out, but it's such a teeny tiny piece. So we're just going to plonk it on. Boop, boop. And we're going to feed it in. Great. Now that's going to go and cut. I'm going to catch up on my comments while that is going on. So, oh, you know what? You guys are busy talking about throwaway bits. Yeah, no, I do the same. So generally, I save all the little bits, and I'm like, I promise I'm going to make a project. I actually wanted to do one of those, where you take all the little pieces and you make up something. So they actually did it at HobbyX. I'll show you guys. I made this coaster at HobbyX. So I took all random offcuts of this blue infusible ink and I made it into this coaster, which is super cool. But you can do different colors and you can use all your offcuts. But I generally lose my offcuts. And I've decided that I'm going to just, you know, like right now, I'm about to get some offcuts. I'm actually just going to have to let them go. Because I do not have the capacity in my life right now to accommodate such things. Okay, so now we've got, oh, we're going to have to readjust that because I did not consider the size when, okay, so what I've done now is I'm doing the next layer. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is not going to cut on the material that I prepared. So I'm going to go cancel and then I'll show you what I'm working with. So I've got this amount of space. Here's my brayer. I've got this amount of space. I've got about up to 16 centimeters. So I'm just going to have to make sure that it fits in those 16 centimeters. So let's see. I think this will fit, but to be safe, I want to move it, this piece as well, just to be safe, because I don't want to have funky little pieces. And while I'm still in this process, I'm gonna see the next part. Oh, no, the next part will be okay. Okay, cool. All right, so let's continue. I feel like I'm going with different colors now, but I'm actually just vibing because all the colors are pretty. Okay. So, infusible ink in. Okay, let's see. Here's my hearts. So remember I said I'm not going to be keeping. Oh, let's go. I'm not going to be keeping this infusible ink, even though I really want to, because there's infusible ink pieces all over the show. So I'm just going to weed this. There we go. Now my heart pieces are ready. Pop them over there and toss this in the bin. Oh, there's more colors here than I thought. I just cut hearts out of. Oh, guys. I think I've cut it out of the same color. Oh my gosh. It's because they look so similar. This one is purple. This one is pink. Let me see. Oh, oopsie. I'm going to recut the hearts because I don't really want them to be the same color. So let's take these hearts and save them for another day. And we're going to recut the hearts. My bad. Okay, I'm going to unload this. Unload. Okay, and then what you'll see, what I'm doing here is I'm pulling the mat away from my material. If I pull the material, then it's actually just going to bend and be garbage. Maybe not the most scientific description, but anyway. Okay. Let's do. So this one I've just cut out was the flowers. Let's pop her over there. Then bows. Shall we do? Let's do purple bows. I think that'll be cute. And I need about 3 centimeters. Okay, let's get the trimmer out. So I can show you guys my trimmer. Love her. Okay. Should we? Give me a second. I think she's collected a little bit of dust. Okay, this is closed. That's fine. It'll be okay. It's not that bad. Okay, we're gonna put this in. There we go. Oh, my mug is ready. Give me a second, mug. I've just got something in my hands. There we go. Cool. Yes. I'm coming. No, don't go off. Open. Thank you. And I'll pop you over there. No more crying from you. Thank you. Okay. Cool. So now we're going to cut our bows. There we go. Bows. Oh goodness. There we go. Okay. And infusible ink. Pop her in there. Okay. Shall we prepare our next color? We've just put in purple, so I don't make that same mistake. We're popping the purple away. Oh, but now I'll know it's this color. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna press go. Let's cut out our flowers and put this infusible ink away. That is the key here, people. Put whatever things you're not using away. Let's get these off. Super duper easy. Okay, I'm sorry for this piece that I'm wasting, guys. Do not sue me. Do not tell the Cricut police. Do not do that. It's gonna be okay. Oh, my dustbin's in front of me. Lol. Okay, unload. Okay, now my bows are done. And now we're going to recut our hearts, because I feel as though they were not. We cannot do hearts of that same color. Okay. We're going to make sure that it all fits into this piece here. This is 9 centimeters. Oh, it fits. Great. Infusible ink. There we go. Okay, let's weed these bows. Do you know who is somebody that I look up to? And if she did Cricut live classes, I would be very happy. Is Suzelle DIY. Oh, I remember watching her stuff when I was younger, and I thought to myself, I want to be Suzelle DIY when I grow up. Except I'm not Afrikaans. I'm not very good at Afrikaans, so that would not work out for me. But she's so funny and silly, and oh man, she was good. I don't know if she still does stuff, but she's funny. In fact, Cricut, if you're listening to me, get Suzelle on the phone, and I will go onto her program, and I'll do a segment with her. Don't even have to charge. I'll do it for free, because it's my lifelong dream. I'm joking. I think I've got lots of lifelong dreams. Okay, cool. So now our little layers have been cut. There we go. Cover our mat. Cool. Now we've got ghosties are coming to our life, playing with my light switches. I'm joking. I think the lamp is just not functioning. You can buy me a lamp for Christmas, everybody. Christmas is far. You can buy me a lamp for Father's Day. I'm not a father. But, you know, it's fine. Any excuse. We're all gift givers here, aren't we? Any excuse to give gifts. Okay, we're going to wait a couple minutes while that mug cools down. Actually, no. We can touch it. We can touch it. It's fine. Okay, so let's take off. There we go. Oh, look at these tiny, tiny details. That's a piece of infusible ink. Boop. There we go. There we go. So all teeny tiny details. If you are making mugs in bulk, something that I learned from my fellow ambassadors, they told me to dunk it in cold water. Now, when you are doing this way of infusible ink, I will advise that you, sorry, this dustbin, ugh, I thought it would be smart to put it by my feet, and all it's done all night is irritate me. Anyway, it's better to wait for your mug to cool down if your mug is still warm, there's a chance that you can get some smudging, and then like infusible ink colors not coming off properly. Yes, that is the right English. Yes, thank you. So you just need to be careful and conscious of that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut out each of our elements. It's crazy being someone who has a Cricut and cuts with scissors. I know, wild concept. No, I'm just being silly. But we've got our elements there, and then we're gonna bake these over the black lines. And now when I was like researching on this concept, and I was like, how can I do it better, guys? I troubleshooted. That's why I have 3 mugs. That's the honest reason why I have 3 mugs. Not because I thought 3 designs would be cute. Because when it comes to Cricut, from the minute that I started, I didn't want to go to classes. I didn't want to do any of that. No, I think if I knew there were beginner classes, I would have been right in there. But I didn't know there was live classes and things, and I was figuring everything out on my own. And I was always like, why mirror? That's so dumb. That's like a waste of time. Surely there is a way to do it better. There is not. It is essential. But even with this infusible ink thing, I was like, no, there must be a way that I don't have to double bake. Because double baking feels like a crime. It feels like I'm going to get called on by the Cricut police. But no, for this particular style, it is the way. So I think I've lost track of what I was talking about there. But anyway, we're just going to continue with this mug. So now we're going to assemble. Let's toss those to the side and put this guy over here. Okay, we're going to pop our bows. Okay, remember now, guys, it's a haphazard thing. It's just whatever. Don't be like, oh my gosh, it must be 2 centimeters to the... Don't. Just you're going to be tired if you do that. Just pop things in places. Listen, let me not be a hater to those people who are really cool at being all specific, because some of you guys are really good at that. Maybe I'm just a hater because I'm not a perfectionist, because I'm just all over the show. No, I'm joking. I don't hate anybody. I love you all. So we're gonna pop our designs on. I do need my heat transfer tape, which I didn't decide to prepare before the class. My bad. Guys, well, we're gonna go for it without it. Let's see how that goes. You are supposed to use it, and it just so happens. Oh, guys, I found it. It's got doggy on it. Oh, guys. Yeah. No, this live is for all the people who don't have organized boxes, or have organized boxes and don't use them. Because, yeah, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. I try so hard to be organized. I really do. But it's just not in me. I'm a wildflower. I'll just go with the flow, you know? Get around. Okay, anyway. So we're going to tape those guys down. Like a puzzle. It's fun. Whee! Okay. See, now I'm being so specific and precise. I can do it, guys. I can. Oh. Okay. Now, I am now going to have 2 of the same mug. And I need some ideas. Who do you think I should give this to? I feel like my mom is going to say she has too many mugs, because my mom would be my first choice. I don't think my fiance wants a mug with pink flowers on it. Maybe I can give it to my friend at work, and then we can have matching mugs. That would be super cute. But then I would have to print like a vinyl letter, like with our initials on it, so that we can see whose is who. So I can put like an S on the bottom of mine. That would be super cute. I think that would be nice. Oh, that's what I think everybody's challenge should be. Go make a mug for your bestie. Go make matching mugs. I know we just did Mother's Day matchy, but besties are important too. That would be so cute. I've been seeing some cool mugs, so. And last week, Caroline's class was so cool. And she did the business cards. And when they made the joke about doing Kim said something about doing pizza business cards, you guys did not come to play. I saw the cutest pizza business cards. I was almost like, I need to start a pizza business because these business cards are too cute. You guys really did an amazing job last week. This week's challenge is mugs. So how can we make it more interesting and challenging for you people? A pizza mug. I'm joking. Don't make a pizza mug. We're past pizza week. We're past that point. I'm not even reading the comments. I wish I could read and do things at the same time. That sounded sad. I can multitask, but let me put my phone here so I can see what you guys are talking about because I feel so out. We have a tag. Kim is tagging Natalie. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Tag someone in the comments and challenge them to do the mug challenge. I will have to challenge people afterwards because my hands are otherwise occupied. But I would like to challenge. Who am I going to challenge? Oh, too much pressure. There's too many people I like that are watching this live. Alba, you were one of the first people to join. But I feel like challenging you. You were going to do it anyway. Because you are a superstar. So, we're going to be seeing Alba's mugs anyhow. Hey, Alba. And do you know who has made a gorgeous mug? Zelda has made, it was a while ago. I think it was like a black mug, a white mug with like black line art on it or something. Yes, that was a gorgeous mug. And I know it is not, I know it's not part of the challenge necessarily to post an old mug, but either, Zelda, could you inspire us by remaking that mug? I don't even know if you know the one I'm talking about, but remake that mug or just share it back onto the community, because I think that was one of the days I was like, Infusible Ink can do what? That is insane. I was so impressed with the fact that Infusible Ink was so, diverse. I was just like super, super impressed. So, Zelda, I hope you know that you've really inspired me on my mug making journey. So, Bridget is in the house. Hey, Bridget, I think you should make a cake inspired mug. That would be gorgeous. Bridget is one of our amazing members that not only is a star cricketer, but she also makes she makes, now I got distracted because I'm reading the comments. Maybe having this thing here is not a good idea. But Bridget makes cakes. It took me a while to get to the point there. Anyway, apparently Natalie made the mug that I'm thinking of. That also does not surprise me because Natalie makes the most out of the box gorgeous things. Like, you think your Cricut can do something? You don't know. You haven't seen Natalie's Cricut do something. Sure, we also inspires me so much. While we're getting into the cold seasons, Natalie made these little, I don't know what you call them, but you heat them up and you fill them with rice or beans or whatever, and you heat it in the microwave. Oh, I forgot a heart. Oh no. That was one of those projects that I've saved. Will I ever make it? I don't know. I don't know if I will. Just for you is asking, can you print on the bottom of the mug? That is a fantastic question. I believe you cannot, but I've seen on some craft websites and stuff, they have, like if you want to make a Stitch mug, for example, and you want to do his little face, I think you can get those UDT, FE, whatever thingy-mabobbies of their mouths. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. My brain knows what I'm talking about. So, oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, guys, we are 5 minutes before this class is over. I feel like I've spoken much today, but this was a very detailed mug. So give me grace. I'm sure all of your families are waiting. So you might have to give me a few more minutes of your time while I finish building our puzzle. Here we go. I'm not a fan of winter, guys. I'm really not a fan. So I'm going to be using these mugs a lot. I don't like being sick. I don't like being cold. It's just terrible. So yeah, I'm going to be super inspired by all the winter projects that you guys are going to create. And then I'm going to make all the things that'll make me warm. I'm going to make mugs, and I'm going to make Natalie's little heaty up things because it's so cold. Okay, now that I've made this puzzle piece of a mug, I'm going to check all my good things are in order. Now, I am going to show you on this mug. Remember I said I did things wrong. On this mug, there is like patches of shadowing. Not all of the parts are shadowed, but some of the patches are shadowed. So I'm going to do a little cheat. And we're going to figure out if it works together. No, let's not do that. No, let me not be a garbage digger. Let's just use this tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover everything with my Infusible Ink tape. So it kind of like goes on normally. Oh, Zelda says stickers, or the character mugs. I thought it was UDT, whatever that stuff is. I've never used it before. Stickers makes sense. I'm sure that you could try the waterproof stickers. Oh no, but are they heat resistant? I don't know. These are all things that I've not explored before. So maybe somebody needs to do that. Maybe somebody needs to make a mug and put something at the bottom. There's a lady at work that has a Cricut machine, and then she has a mug, because we teachers, there's like 1,000 of us. Okay, it's not 1,000 of us. There's a whole bunch of us, and there's a whole bunch of mugs. And then you stand there at the counter trying to figure out where your mug is, and it's a very frustrating experience. So she actually printed her initials, and she has them on the bottom of her mug. Her mug is green though, so it's easier to find than all the millions of white mugs. So my mug is special. Mine is a Cricut made mug. It says something about being mess. Because in case you haven't noticed, that's kind of what I am. Okay. Do I feel as though my mug is protected? I believe so. I think she's good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, whoopsie, oh, there it is. There we go. This is butcher paper, and it comes in your sheets. I really want to make sure that I'm protecting my design. Here we go. And we're going to pop her in to the mug press. Okay. While we're waiting for that, I know it is nearly time to go, but I promised I was going to discuss some things with you guys now. So, I want to talk about what I did with this mug. Love this design, but this was the first one I did, and I thought that I could explore the option of slicing. So if you don't know anything about slicing is when you take parts of the design out. And what I did is I took the line art, so I could, instead of doing two bakes, I put them inside each other. So let me just do a quick example. So let's say, for example, that I want to do, let's do bug. That's the first thing that's come to my brain. I want two colors. Okay, there we go, perfect. Okay, let's say for example that I want to lay this mug. I think I chose something too hard. Let's do a shape. See, now I'm going off script here. Okay, so let's say for example I want to do this shape in pink, and I want to do another one, and this is what I want on my mug, right? But instead of double baking it, let's make this a different color. Instead of double baking it, what I can do is I can slice it, and then I can have these two colors. We'll delete that. And then when I go to make, guys, I didn't realize you can't see Design Space. I just explained the whole thing and you weren't even looking. That's so funny. Okay, let's try that again. I want these two shapes on my mug. Now that you're all with me, I want these two shapes on my mug. And this is what they look like. So instead of doing two shapes like this, I'm going to go put them together where I want them to be, and I'm going to slice them. I want this piece and that piece. We can delete that there. When I go to assemble my mug, I can place that inside and then heat them together, if that makes sense. That was like a super rushed explanation, right? So that's essentially what I did with this mug. Here is the problem with doing that though, is this specific style is super intricate. And if I do something like that, then the problem is I'm going to have to sit and puzzle piece it like individually, and it took way too long. And if you look at it closely, there's parts of it that are not perfect. Does it matter? No, because it's got dogs on it, and it's, you know, it's super, super cute, so whatever. But let's close this Design Space. But yeah, not the most ideal for this specific style. Then this one, very cute up close, but I mean very cute very far. I mean, it's cute either way, but if you look really close, I don't even know if you can see. I mean, I'm bringing it close to you and it still looks nice. The lines are a teeny bit faded, and that's because I did the mug when it was still hot. So if you're gonna try out baking it twice, wait for it to cool down a little bit before you put everything on and put it back in the mug press. Yeah, so that is what that is basically what happened, is that it was just too hot and the lines were smudgy a little bit. But overall, I was pretty happy with the design. I think the reason I like this color more was because it's pinks and the colors communicate a little bit better. I think I find that I prefer, even when I did this coaster, I like that it was all blues, and you know, I like that this is all pinks. Alright, so our mug is a couple minutes away, and I don't really want you guys to wait too long, because essentially this is what is going to happen when the mug comes out. So I think that we can possibly call it there, and then I will post the finished project online, so you guys can go. I don't know who eats dinner at 8 o'clock. Today I'm eating dinner at 8 o'clock. But whatever you guys need to do after 8 o'clock, you are welcome to go do it. It's been wonderful having you. I've really enjoyed having each and every single one of you in the class. You guys have been super chatty today, which is awesome, and super engaged, and I love it. I cannot wait until I see the rest of your gorgeous mugs. I hope I see some dog mugs, because that is something that I love the most, and I hope to see people trying something a little bit out of their comfort zone. If you're new to mugs, go for that single layer. Go for something simple. But if you are a mug expert, I want to see extravaganza. I want to see something out of the box, out of the ordinary. Yeah, I'm so excited to see what everybody creates. I hope you all have a lovely evening and rest well and stay warm. I am already with the sniffles, and you see this on my face. It's not blush, it's unwellness. So please stay warm. Stay away from sick children, unless it's your job, and have a